In today's video, I'm talking nutrient timing, or basically, do I have to race to my shaker directly after my workout? Is breakfast the most important meal of the day? And what about eating late at night? So many questions, but I'm gonna answer them for you right now. What's up, guys? Frank Daniels here. Today we are talking nutrient timing. Before I go into that, if you want to get shredded in your midsection, develop a solid core, I've got a free report. You can download my 9 best tips. Click this link right here. Mobile device users, head down below. I put it as the first link in the description. Now let's talk nutrient timing. What exactly is it? Well, nutrient timing is the way that you kind of pinpoint or try to be as accurate as possible with your intake of nutrition to be able to get the optimal result from your training and your eating. So for your average fitness athlete, not you bodybuilder beast out there, I'm not talking to you right now, although I will address some of what's optimal afterwards. But for your average weekend warrior, gym beasts out there, the most important aspect of what you do is going to be understanding where your calorie maintenance level is. So your nutrient timing during the course of the day, not nearly as important if you're trying to stay lean and muscular and lose a little body fat as being in a slight calorie deficit. So in other words, the most important factor in your success is going to be the total amount of calories that you eat during a given day and not necessarily what you try to pinpoint on a meal-to-meal basis. So do you have to race to your protein shaker after your workout? Bro, hurry up, get in the car. Gotta get my protein. I gotta get to my shake. I'm losing my pump. We used to have people thinking that if you didn't get your protein shake within 30 minutes of training, that the entire workout was wasted. Turns out you might have a little bit more time than that. So within an hour to 2 hours after your training session, if you have either a meal or a protein shake that includes some form of carbohydrate, after training sessions, a great time to have higher glycemic carbohydrates, so it's just more of a sugar spike in your bloodstream. Mix that with protein. A 2-to-1 carb to protein ratio would be optimal. This would be a great way for you to recover from your training session, but rushing right to it from your workout is not making or breaking anyone's result. Well, isn't breakfast the most important meal of the day? And if I skipped it today, I've ruined everything, and then I'll have to start again on Monday. But that's a week away. Reality is that breakfast can be an important meal, especially if you're just starting out. It's a nice way to balance things out during the course of the day, but some people don't like eating breakfast and some people don't have time to eat breakfast. So in all reality, breakfast can start at 10 a.m. if you like. Breakfast can start at 12 p.m. Breakfast can start at 3 p.m. Depending on when you train, and again, what your schedule is going to dictate when you're going to do this or when you're going to eat breakfast. It's really up to you, and it all just depends on if you're eating the right stuff in the right amounts, and if you are, fuck you. What about eating late at night? That's bad, isn't it? Ruins everything. Really not so conclusive either. So there is some evidence that says that metabolism slows as the day moves towards the evening. This may be a possibility, but ultimately if you're controlling your calorie intake, that's the most important factor. So for example, I eat late at night constantly. I start eating later, and I usually eat right before I go to bed, and it really has no effect on, 1, my sleep pattern, or 2, my ability to stay fit and stay in shape because I am controlling my calorie intake during the course of a given day. So these are things that you kind of want to test for yourself. If it affects your sleep pattern, that might be an issue. So you might want to think about stopping a little bit earlier. But worrying and obsessing over late night eating is not the thing you want to pay attention to. When you are a more advanced bodybuilder type athlete, the details become a little bit more important. Workout nutrition is very important. So when you want to train hard, having a good kind of protein and a carbohydrate intake a couple hours before your training session, and sometimes people have like a carbohydrate and a protein shake through their training session, can help get a better result. And they tend to have their meal frequency throughout the course of the day, like more meals, because they want that constant influx of calories, so at no point do they kind of go into a quote-unquote catabolic state or start to waste muscle mass. But again, this is nitpicking at details that for your average fitness athlete are probably not that important. Truth is, your body processes nutrients for hours after you've eaten a meal. So in reality, 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and somewhere in there your training session is going to be perfect for you. You don't need to obsess about the details because your body's still processing nutrients, amino acids. Those things are working for you through your training session. If you want to be a bit more obsessed, again, then you're thinking about carbs and protein within 2 hours previous to your session, and sometimes even through that session. But racing to your protein shake right afterwards is not going to make a huge difference for anyone, as well as what time you eat breakfast or when you finish eating. Those things are really predicated off what actually works for you and your schedule. If you guys want to get a ripped up midsection, I got a free core training report with 9 of my best tips on exactly how to do that. You can download that by clicking this button right here. Mobile device users, head down below, click the first link in the description. If you really enjoyed this video, I'd love for you to head down below, like, leave a comment, and tell me exactly what you want to see. And of course, subscribe to this channel. My name is Frank Daniels, guys. Enjoy your day. You think I'm losing my pump? What about breakfast? Higher in and bro, I think I'm going catabolic.